up, and welcome to the Wrestling Time Post Show. It is Monday, September 8th, 2025. And tonight I'll be talking about Monday Night Raw. But no, I'm not. Joining me for this review is none other than Michael 101591.
How you doing, guys? Thank you, Datila, once again for having me. And Datila has a new MacBook
No, the desktop.
desktop, yeah. And she's standing now because her webcam is too small.
It's too high up. I need to buy a webcam that's like right here.
Yeah. So Datila's standing for like these new episodes, and she is sponsored tonight
I'm not
by
sponsored.
by Mountain Dew.
No.
So new changes coming to the Wrestling Time Post Show for Datila. Sponsored by Mountain Dew, and she's standing now.
No. All right. Well, let's kick things off talking about AJ Lee. As we all know, she made her grand return this past Friday on SmackDown, much to the surprise of Becky Lynch and Seth Rollins. So tonight was her grand return to Monday Night Raw,
First time in 10 years.
the first time in 10 years. And one of the things that I really liked about this whole AJ Lee segment is that prior to the segment is that they had a video package highlighting AJ Lee, telling people who she is, and it made me really happy that she's finally getting some of the credit that she worked so hard. She was a trailblazer for the women's division at a time when the women's division was a joke and mediocre.
It was the Divas era.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm really glad I really love that video package. WWE always does a really good job with their video packages. So I can't complain there. But this promo that AJ Lee, oh my god, like when she came out there, like you could see her smile radiant. And I'm not gonna lie, I think the IC title looks really good on her.
Yeah, it looked great.
It did. And so basically, she cuts a promo. She talks about mental health. Mad props for her talking about mental health because
I'm
I think
glad.
one of the things that a lot of people always talk about is to protect your body or take care of your body, but nobody ever really talks about mental health. So mad props to her for speaking out on that because you do have to protect your mental health.
Yeah. And it is a problem, though.
Yeah, it can be.
Mental health is a problem.
Yeah,
And I'm glad that people are finally starting to figure that out.
definitely. But something, I did like the first half of this segment. I did like the first half. You could tell she was just overjoyed with emotion and stuff like that. And Becky came out, and I kind of didn't like too much of the interaction between Becky and AJ, but it was still okay. It wasn't too bad. But I guess I just wanted a little bit more.
Becky cut the same promo, like,
Yeah.
"Oh, I'm the greatest female wrestler of all time." Sports Illustrated said it. The Chicago Times said it. We've heard it before. Is this going to be Becky's same promo that she's going to deliver until we get the match?
So, as we know, Becky wanted her title back. Obviously, AJ was not going to give her title back, and so Seth Rollins comes out, and they're trying to take um the title from AJ, and basically AJ is the one that challenges them to a match at WrestlePalooza. Becky and Seth Rollins versus CM Punk and AJ. I was kind of questioning why they were announcing the match so early, but then I looked at my calendar, and next week I believe it's the Go Home show.
Yeah, for WrestlePalooza.
Yeah, next week is already the Go Home show, so I'm like, holy moly, no wonder.
And for all of you, Raw is starting started an hour earlier next week, 7 o'clock Eastern here, 3 p.m. your time.
No, 4 p.m.
Or 4 p.m. I'm sorry.
Yeah. See, I don't really mind time changes because no matter what, as a West Coaster, wrestling always starts early and ends early for us. Starts at 5, we're done by 7:30. It's gonna start at 4, we're gonna be done by 6:30. So I got the rest of the evening for
I'm
myself.
only doing it because of Monday Night Football.
I know. But basically, this whole segment sets up the mixed tag match. And so I feel like with next week being the go home show, if something doesn't happen on this week's SmackDown, then I feel like something has to go down on the go home show on Monday. What do you think?
I think that something's going to go down on the go home show on SmackDown next week.
Oh, yeah. I think so too. But what were your thoughts on this segment?
Very good segment. I like that AJ Lee came back and she came back to Raw after 10 years. She ends up saying, I'm your favorite wrestler's favorite wrestler, which I
Mhm.
like that. And
Yeah,
then, the stuff that she talked about, her accomplishments out of the ring. She I think she produced a comic along with
she did.
Amy Garcia from Lucifer, which I really enjoy that show. They look both her and Amy Garcia. They look exactly alike from the face.
Hmm.
If you ever watched Lucifer, you might know.
No, but I know who Amy Garcia is. She was on the George Lopez show back in the day.
Yeah, and I like that she talked about mental health, which got a therapy chant from the Milwaukee crowd.
Yeah.
I was like that. That's gonna be a new chant now. Everybody's gonna
Yeah.
go therapy, therapy.
All right, but what did you think of the way they set up the match?
I thought the way they set up was pretty good. Uh, I like how CM Punk came from behind Becky, walked down
Yeah,
when
that
he
was
walked
good.
down the stage. He was about to give the GTS to Rollins, but Rollins retreated out of the ring. And Rollins was the one who was like, "Oh, you got the match."
Yeah, and Becky didn't seem too happy about that. What I think is going to happen is this mixed tag match is going to happen, and then the feud between Rollins and Punk is going to continue, and AJ is going to go into a feud with Becky for
Yeah,
those titles, respectively.
yeah, and AJ Lee's going to be your new Women's Intercontinental Champion.
Yeah, she is. She definitely is.
She's going to bring more prestige to the title.
I think so too. I think
She was
she
a
will.
former Divas champion.
Yeah, and it's crazy how when you think about it, when she retired, the only title that they had was Divas title, but now there is a women's title, the women's world title, the IC title, the US title. She didn't even get to compete in any gimmick matches, so should be fun.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. All
Very
right. So tonight's Raw kicked off with the same opening segment that it always kicks off with. Honestly, I feel like
Are
I'm
you
in
getting
the
tired of the show opening and closing the same way?
yeah. I was gonna tell you, I feel like I'm in the movie Groundhog Day.
Exactly. I said in my review, I'm like, it's like Groundhog Day when the show opens and it closes.
I really this this did not do it for me. I didn't care. I did not care for this
I don't.
at all.
I didn't care for it at all either. It's the
I,
same. It's the same shit. It's
Same
rinse and
shit
repeat.
every time. Same shit every time. Honestly, like I was just over it. This really took me out. This really took me out of tonight's Raw. This
You
is
know.
not a good
You know
way to
what should
kick
have
off
started
Monday
the
Night
show?
Raw. Huh?
You know what's the shot? You know what's the. I can't even talk. You
What?
know what should have started the show?
What?
AJ Lee.
Yeah, I think so. I agree. She should have opened the show.
But no, we got to get our Vision and our Usos, LA Knight, to open the show as always because we want to see more of that.
Well, not none of that, but they had to set up the main event somehow. So, and this was the main event. Let's just get into the main event. It was LA Knight, yeah, versus Bronson Reed, and like he made it known that he didn't care which Braun he faced.
I didn't care for it. It's a
I
single.
didn't care for this either. Honestly, this was not a good way to open and not a good way to close. I just didn't care for this. I'm tired of this. I'm tired of the Vision opening Raw. I'm tired of the Vision closing.
It's getting stale.
Raw. It is. It's getting stale. They have to do something really quick. Same thing every fucking week.
What's going to open and close the show next week?
The Vision.
Yes. Yes.
Exactly. So next we get AJ Styles versus Hernández Americano, and I have to say, like, they didn't air this on the US Netflix, but they did internationally, I think. AJ Styles cut a promo and he says that someone has something on him. That someone's what is that like a shot to Triple H? You think?
I doubt it.
Some people were saying that maybe it was.
Paul Heyman.
Oh yeah, maybe Paul Heyman. Because he does mention Doc the Good Brothers.
Mm-hmm.
So he says, so this is what he says. He says, for the first time in my career, I've got no one watching my back. Gallows and Anderson are not here. I'm telling you something you aren't supposed to hear. Somebody doesn't want me here. AJ Styles. Taking shots at Triple H, question mark. Is he, you think?
No, I don't
No.
think Triple H.
Well, I guess we can only speculate now. But the fact that he mentioned Doc and Anderson,
Are they returning?
I
Maybe.
don't know. I hope not. I'm not a fan of the Good Brothers. Never have been.
Maybe they were all right,
Yeah.
but they didn't get booked that great.
So the match between AJ Styles and El Grande Americano was actually not a bad match. I actually thought it was a pretty decent match. I really liked it. Another El Grande Americano came to assist, and then he got taken out by Dragon Lee, and Dragon Lee pretty much helped AJ defeat El Grande Americano here. So I don't know what's going on here with Dragon Lee and AJ. I hope that they're not paired together.
I am tired of this El Grande Americano stuff. I really am. It's so stupid.
Like honestly, I don't mind the gimmick, but where this is leading to, I know obviously when Chad Gable was portraying the character, it was probably leading to
But
something with the luchadores, but now I don't know.
but you know what's gonna be like when Chad Gable comes back? What is there gonna be? 3 Americanos
It's
now?
gonna be Sin Cara Azul versus Sin Cara Negro.
Stupid.
Mm. So we get Raquel Rodriguez versus Lyra Hankaria. This was okay.
Yeah, it was okay. Not a match that's gonna knock your socks off.
Oh, that's true. So we had Rusev versus Penta, and this happened because Penta was telling Adam Pearce that he wanted the IC title, and he spoke in Spanish, which I actually really liked. And this was actually a unique, interesting matchup.
It was, and there was and then Rusev comes up, and Rusev was like to Adam Pearce, "Oh, you ain't following my plan. I return, I beat Sheamus. You know,
Mm-hmm.
he wants that push."
He does. So I have to say, I'm not liking Penta's booking because I feel like he came in strong, but like what now? Like I think they're just biding time until they reunite him with Rey Fenix. Honestly,
Yeah,
that's what's going on here. I feel like he's kind of just there now.
yeah, he's just like, "Oh, I'm here. You know, I'll have a match. I win it. That's it."
I feel like maybe his feud with the New Day, which they did cost him this match, but I feel like his feud with the New Day might lead him to reuniting with Rey Fenix.
Yeah,
So we get Asuka versus Nikki Bella, and this was a result of Asuka confronting, or actually I should say, interrupting Nikki Bella and Io Sky,
yeah.
and Asuka basically telling Nikki that to leave Io alone. I'm actually really liking this character development with Asuka. I think it might lead to Io Sky versus Asuka.
I think it might lead to Kyrie Sane breaking away from Asuka because you know how she's with Io Sky, and you know she apologizing to Io, but
Mm-hmm.
then like a sheep, she goes to Asuka because Asuka's always like, "God, hey."
Yeah. So there's no surprise here. Asuka defeats Nikki Bella.
I ain't even care for it. I'm like, why are we still have Nikki Bella competing in the ring in 2025?
In that backstage, Sam and Rhea also confronted Asuka. So maybe tag match the Kabuki Warriors versus Nikki Bella and Rhea Ripley.
Maybe.
And then we also had a Judgment Day segment. Judgment Day's kind of questioning what Dom's been doing and what's going on with him in El
And
Americano.
he called out Vikingo, which
Yeah,
it didn't air on Netflix here, but overseas.
yeah. Do you think he's winning the Tipe Mega Campeonato?
Maybe. I think he might be winning. I think he'll be 2 belts Dominic.
Yeah, we'll see.
2 belts 30 Dom.
Oh, and then we had segments with the Usos, like Jimmy trying to tell Jay that they need to help LA Knight. Yeah, but Jay's
Yeah,
still mad that LA Knight, yeah,
like
accident.
I think like you pushed him out of the way.
Yeah. The only notable thing that happened in the main event, which we forgot to talk about, was Jay Uso spearing LA Knight. Yeah, at the very end.
Now is this a tease for a Jey Uso heel turn?
So
Maybe.
do a role reversal of Jimmy and Jay?
No, a Jey Uso heel turn.
Yeah, I know, but remember when Jay was face, Jimmy was kind of like, not necessarily heel, but he was kind of like,
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. They're going to flip the roles this time.
I think so. Because Jimmy was like to Jay when Jay was so-called going to leave the arena.
Yeah.
Jimmy was like, "Oh, you're not sounding like yourself. You sound like Roman Reigns.
Mm-hmm.
He was the tribal chief."
That's true. I'm still waiting on the Gorillas of Destiny versus the Usos here. I guess I'm going to have to keep waiting longer.
But I think that might be a tease of Jey Uso going heel because the crowd booed him when he speared LA Knight. Yeah.
Yeah. We'll have to wait and see. That would be interesting. So I guess no more yeeting.
If that happens, no more yeeting. What you got 5 minutes of yeeting at the beginning of the show.
Yeah.
Always.
All right. Is there anything else you want to talk about?
No, I guess that's it.
Now, so let's go from 1 to Sean Spears' perfect 10. What would you rank tonight's show?
A 5 out of 10. Outside of the AJ Lee segment, nothing worth that was like newsworthy to talk about. And the show just felt boring.
I'm gonna give it a 5.5 just because I did like the AJ Lee stuff, and AJ Styles versus El Grande Americano was actually pretty decent. But the fact that we keep opening the show with Division and closing the show with Division, it's getting repetitive here. Like I said, I feel we're like Groundhog
They're trying to
Day.
shove it down our throats.
Yeah. Yeah, it is. And honestly, like it's just too much. We need to change. I would be so surprised if next week we don't open with Division or even close with Division.
Oh, we will. We will.
Yeah. All right, Michael, where can people find you?
Well, you guys can find me on my channel here, Michael101591. I do WWE reviews, Monday Night Raw every Monday, SmackDown every Friday. After we're done here with the live stream, hop on over to my channel where my Monday Night Raw review will be up, where I talk about the show, go in depth of the matches, move to move. And I also have movie reviews, DVD, Blu-ray, 4K updates. I have old school commercials on my channel that I uploaded. I have a show called the Bell Call Podcast, which I do with my buddy Noah Kaser. Sometimes Datila fills in on the show if Noah can't make it. So check out that. I think we might have a show Wednesday, depending on Noah's schedule. But if not, Datila will fill in. And if you like what you see, on my channel, come on over and subscribe.
Yeah, as for yours truly, you can follow me on Twitter at @Datila_. I tweet about wrestling. I also tweet about Power Rangers. And I go live every Monday and Friday now, and occasional Saturdays and Sundays. Working on streaming Rita's Rewind. When that's ready, I'll let everybody know so you guys can tune into my Twitch channel so you guys can see me play Rita's Rewind.
With that being said, Power Rangers material on this channel.
Yeah, but with that being said, thank you guys so much for watching and for the continued support. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. Make sure you hit that bell so you get notified whenever I go live or use a video. And I'll see you guys Friday after Friday Night SmackDown. Well, actually, it's gonna be Worlds Collide, so maybe I'll do SmackDown and
Worlds Collide is this weekend.
Yeah, it's on Friday, right after SmackDown.
I forgot. I don't think nobody knows that Worlds Collide is this weekend.
They announced it on Raw.
I know, but it doesn't feel like it.
Oh, okay.
I totally missed the point. I was like, wait, Worlds Collide is this weekend? Until you just said it.
Oh, okay. Bye.
See ya.